again. Been a while. Been doing a lot of boat work actually lately, so haven't done a lot of recording because I don't really want to show you too much boat work. I know I'm not really doing a lot of content, but I haven't got a lot of supporters at the moment anyway, so it doesn't really matter. This is just more for my kids will see it in the future and they'll see that their dad was a pretty cool old bastard doing some things. Maybe you'll get them a bit motivated to go and do some things themselves. Anyway, look, I'll give you a bit of a run through of the updates we've made. We've made a few updates. Like I said, it's mainly been maintenance. We pulled the motor out and did a full rebuild on the motor. That took me a couple of months, about 3 months, but it's in and running now, and it's running bloody beautifully. Sounds amazing, no smoke, it's pushing us along. So really happy with the efforts there. It's the first time I've ever rebuilt a diesel motor, so that turned out really good. Really stoked with that. We've had a couple of little drives of it out into the bay and done a bit of sailing on it, so that's working. A couple of little installments. We put a radio down here, down in the cockpit, so that I can use it and see it and hear it. It's under cover, so that's pretty handy. The handle's in here, and then next to that, just tucked in behind there, they were already there, but I've rewired everything, so that's where the cockpit controls for the anchor winch is, the anchor windlass. So that's pretty handy. I can do all of that from here. Today I'm about to rewire the the autopilot connection. That goes obviously needs to be rewired, because what I've done is, once we come down here, all of the electrics were set across here, came down a bit. It was a struggle to get in. There was a navigation table here, and it was just a big shit fight, quite honestly. So I pulled the nav station out, I've put this bench in. I know it's painted white and the rest of the boat isn't, but we intend on painting a fair bit of it white all along the along here area. Paint the top white, shelves, probably paint around the steps, and bits and pieces white, so it kind of matches that side. Anyway, that's a lot more white. That was how the boat was. This side's not, so try and match it up a bit, make it a bit brighter in here anyway. So I've relocated all the wiring. It's still a little bit of a mess, but I've put it all over here now and wired it, but got it all in here, which is a lot better. There's a couple of things I'm going to come down to do today. I've moved the batteries down into here, and I'm about to hook up the anchor windlass and the mains and earth to the motor. The motor's down in there, you can't really see much, but anyway, that's all fully rebuilt, running beautifully. I'll fire it up and you can hear that later. And look, that's pretty much it. I've pretty much rewired the entire boat, pulled out what's not necessary. I've got to pull the stuff out of the mast that I'm not using, and yeah, pull that out of the mast, the stuff I'm not using. I haven't put the antenna back up the roof. I've just put it on the back of the solar array there, which I've got a new solar panel for, so we're going to put that on. There's a big 400 watt, whatever it is, 400 watts, 400 amps, whatever, 400 watts, I don't know. But anyway, it's a big bastard. That'll give us a bit more shade out there and a lot more battery. I've got to buy a new MPP controller for that, because the one I've got's only a little one, and I need a 40 amp to run that 400 watt solar panel. So that's in the cards at the moment. That's probably one of my next major projects, is to redo that. But in the meantime, I just want to get a bit of sailing done. So we've put all the sails back on. Been out for a sail. The wife actually came out for her first sail. That was pretty exciting. And we'll get out there and get a bit more. I've got to build a new Dodger. We'll get that done sooner or later, and it's pretty much it, mate. Yeah, it's everything's working. Got a new fridge. Fridge is good. King's aren't expensive, mate. It's like a $400 fridge, 50 litre, draws bugger all, runs forever. This is my fish finder, my depth sounder, because I haven't got one at the moment. I've got to get a through hole transducer, put in down here. That'll be after Easter. So until then I'm using a portable one, which I've got this orange post with the transducer on the end of it, and I just zip tie it to the side of the boat and happy days, mate. Got myself some fishing rod holders to put my fishing rods on, or fishing rod. Daughter's been here fishing with bread. That's pretty cool. Yeah, happy days. It's a shitty day. I've moved my boat a little bit. You know, every now and then you got to move. You see some new boats then. Good as gold, man. Gonna get into some work. I might even video record a little bit of it, because you know, you can see what Dodgy Brothers Incorporated is really like. Make a cup of tea and do some work. I've never really done much soldering before, so I've got to solder these battery cables together, because buying whole new ones is freaking expensive, and I've got like meters and meters of it that I've pulled out and cut off that are just unnecessary. They're just laying around in the boat, so I'm going to join a couple of them together. I bought some joiners and see how that goes. So good luck there, Topfer. Alright, talk to you soon. We towed the boat down to the public jetty and hoisted the motor off the jetty using the boom down into bingo, back in place. Now I've just got to spend the next couple of hours lining it all up and getting it up and running, and we're back in action. Assegaai will be out on the bay once again. So here we are in the depths of it. I've got to get this lined up perfectly. I've got to get some of these little spaces. I think I need to put about 4 under each one. That's what I'm going to go with. I think that's the mass I worked out. You know, I didn't even bloody realise that was there in the first place, so that was a bit of a mix-up on my behalf. But look, it's a bit tight in here. I don't even know where I'd put the camera for anyone to watch. I don't think it's going to happen. But anyway, I'll show you as I progress. I've got to concentrate on doing it, not video recording it. But anyway, let's have a go. As you can hear, the motor is in and running. So it's taking a little while, taking a lot longer than what I thought. And yeah, it's definitely, putting the motor together wasn't too tricky. I had to get a friend of ours to, he's an engine builder, to fire it up and make sure everything's running right. I put the fuel pump in slightly out, so that wasn't helping anyone. So he took that back out and rectified that situation. And there, now, run it. There it is. Couple issues. I've been trying to get it to go into forward and reverse. I've hooked it up to the bracket and to the shaft, and man, there's such a fine line that you've got to figure out. And I can get it into forward, and then I can't get it into reverse. And if I adjust it, I can get into reverse, but I can't get into forward. So a little bit more mucking around. It was working before I pulled the motor out, so it can't be the cable. It's just the Kenny's skills, you know. But we'll figure it out and we'll get there. I'll play with it for a few more hours and get it right, and then we can go sailing.
on tight.
Hold on with one hand.
Make sure you're always holding.
We are sailing.
Just that we're in the middle of nowhere.
1.4 knots.
Woohoo!
Here's 5, Sander. Woo! Sailing again! It's been so long.
Sander, we should play with this.
We having fun, Mum?
My foot out. Can I go like this, Dad?
Yep, you just can go like
Can we
that.
play with the mud?
You always hang on with one hand though,
Can
okay?
we play with the mud though?
Sure.
See who can take it.
My wiring job worked. Autopilot is underway.
That's good.
It's going well. We're doing 3 knots. Actually, yeah, 3.3 knots. Probably about the best it's ever done. No, I've had it up to 6. So I can do 6. Hopefully we'll get back in about an hour. Just go for a short littly. And then we're going to go back and give the bottom a scrape and see if we get a bit more out of it.